What does playing inside out do to a defense?
Well, it's kind of the idea, when we've talked about it, Kevin, the accordion of the defense.
Right.
You press them in and then out, and then at some point, if they don't work themselves back in, there are advantages on driving angles, there's advantages of attacking closeouts, and then opportunities open up. And the more of those easy shots go in, it starts to deflate that defense.
Or you need that center to kind of have his head on a swivel, right? He's got to have that great vision about where guys are.
Well, between that and also you being a big polka fan, we'll see how this accordion defense plays out tonight.
I love the polka. And the starting group for the Spurs, Gay and Aldridge are up front. White is out there with Murray, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward. Now here's DeRozan over Middleton, and the basket by DeRozan.
And his versatility on offense is so spectacular. He always finds ways to help put points up on the board.
DeRozan against Antetokounmpo. Lopez, no luck.
Well, from our angle, that looked like that was going in. But defense, fantastic how they contested it.
Pass to Murray. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the first. Gay misses. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks.
And their series last year was a bit of a comparison between the two conferences. Both were in the middle of the pack.
Coaching staff has to like that ball movement, and it began with Bledsoe.
Brent, when you won your first championship back in 2005, you were inserted into the starting lineup in the playoffs against the Nuggets. What did that feel like?
Well, that was a lot of fun. I joked around a lot about I was replacing Manu in the starting lineup. It was very exciting to have that opportunity, and obviously that team that year going on to do great things. The goal we set out to do was win the championship. Mission accomplished.
Here's DeRozan following the basket by Chris Middleton. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
And checking out some stats for Middleton. He had a strong showing last season. Around 20 points per game last season. 5 rebounds and 4 assists. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And I like it when stars do exactly that. It's not just about scoring 50 or 40 or 30. It's about making plays consistently.
Now here is Aldridge. Carroll kicks to Mills. 5 to shoot. Over Hill. Shots good by Mills. Mills has got his first points of the game. If they play the clock right, they can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Antetokounmpo against Carroll. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. And there's the pass to Lopez. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Yep, that's a great look from Giannis there.
Spurs trail by 4. Now here's Mills. Passes to Aldridge. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, that's what he's capable of doing right there. Aldridge with the great length and just enough bulk to absorb that hit and earn the N1.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
One shot.
Second player taken in the 2006 NBA draft, Aldridge has been an all-star multiple times and one of the game's most prolific scorers over the past decade.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Bucks lead by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And And pronouncing Giannis Antetokounmpo's name correctly has been a challenge for many, something he discussed before today's game.
The worst I've ever heard was my rookie year. A guy called me Antetokounmpo, and Kunupi in Greek means mosquitoes. So he basically said anti-mosquito.
And the mosquito, definitely not a good comparison for Giannis.
Yeah, more like a condor. But that last name certainly has a lot of people looking for nicknames.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
And I felt like in that first period, the difference really was their ability to execute offensively.
Yeah, so you move the ball around, you move your guys around, then you find good shots. That's a healthy recipe to build a good lead.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for San Antonio, Bellinelli is out there with DeMarre Carroll. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Mills, and it's Forbes in at the two-guard spot. Lopez hits them both. Opening night is upon us. Every team looking to come out of the gate strong. As we know, only half are going to get to the end.
Don't tell them that, Kevin.
I know you can't.
Let it breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
It is a long season. The teams, as we've seen in the past, sometimes what we're watching here tonight, 6 or 7 members of that team might not be on it come February. So got to temper your expectations. Watch the way guys have maybe improved from last season coming into this season. Excited about young teams and the opportunity of their potential, but things can change quickly in this league.
But don't you love the optimism at this time of year?
No doubt about it. Everybody's fired up for the opportunity to show what it is, especially as a player, what you worked on in the offseason to bring it to the hardwood and show your coaching staff the type of work you put in.
Mills can't hit. Milwaukee in the lead. Outside Korver to the middle. Outside Hill. Pass to Connaughton. He dishes it to Lopez. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Chris Middleton comes in for Ilyasova. Matthews, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for Hill. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gay's checked in for DeMarre Carroll. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Marco Bellinelli. Derek White's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. Bledsoe against Murray. Outside Korver, shoots it up. That one wide left.
I'm just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Pass to Pirtle. Murray outside. Now here's White. Kicks it to Pirtle. Back to White. That's tipped. That one, no good. Good D by Matthews. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lopez outside. Bucks passing it around. Bledsoe against Murray. Lopez, no luck. Outside DeRozan. Murray with it. Shot from 12. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. DeRozan's got his second basket.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of a pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. There were a lot of positives for them to take away from the second quarter, where they came from behind to take a 4-point lead at the half. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
They were really efficient on offense, shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage.
And now with the second half about to get underway.
For the bigger picture, I'm all in my frame. See, they're very weak. These guys are super lame. I see you pushing weights. Oh, now you're doing games, but before the...
Welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The buildings of downtown reflecting off the gentle waters of beautiful Lake Michigan. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Bucks trail by 4. We've got Antetokounmpo. Brook Lopez is out there with Chris Middleton. And it's Matthews. And it's Bledsoe in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Here's White. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. White's got the first bucket of the third here for San Antonio. Milwaukee with the ball. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
They certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. D.A., thank you. Brent, for as long as Coach Popovich has been at the top of this game, what really is there left to say?
I don't think there's much more you say on a professional level, but there's a lot to be said about the compassion and the things that Pop has done on a personal level for years behind the scenes, championing guys on his staff, supporting not only current players but former players on his team. The interesting thing for Pop the last couple of years is just how outspoken he's been in terms of the equality, not just around the NBA, but around our nation, and some of the statements he's made that have garnered a lot of political attention. Greg Popovich not afraid to express some of the things that maybe deep down we all believe in.
Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo.
Well, the Bucks, this is a franchise that for a long time just was treading water and chasing after a 7th or an 8th seed on the back end of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Not so much anymore. With Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the charge, the opportunity for the Bucks to do some damage in the playoffs is here.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Bledsoe looking around. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. And Lopez throws it down.
That's unselfish play there. Bledsoe doing a great job of splitting the D with his passing on that pick and roll.
And there's always pressure when you have a superstar player, Brent. And the Bucks are trying to capitalize on that window right now.
And I think Giannis, even though he's young, understands that great players are judged on how far they can push their teams. What type of postseason success can the Milwaukee Bucks have around what it is that Giannis can bring to the table? He wants to retire in a Bucks uniform. He's said that before, but winning makes that decision a lot easier. And maybe with the coaching change, they'll get there.
Here is Forbes, guarded by Bledsoe. On the wing, Bellinelli. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Aldridge misses. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
DeRozan on the wing. Pulls it from 20. Can't get it to fall.
Always seems to be a secondary thought process for the shooter when Giannis is in the area, definitely throwing some shots off right now.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Spurs out in front, up by 1. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Rudy Gay, Murray out there with White. Then there's Pirtle, and it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot.
That's too easy. A player of Rudy Gay's scoring prowess, he's salivating on shots like that.
Hill against DeRozan. To the inside, and to Tecumbo. Rebound by Murray. Spurs leading by 3. White left side. He feeds it to Pirtle. Good.
There's no stopping Pirtle when he has the ball in that spot, just abusing the defense down in the paint.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Spurs. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Antetokounmpo finds Ilyasova. Antetokounmpo against DeRozan. Second chance shot. Antetokounmpo, no good.
And that's just good offense. Surprised he blew that one, and the defense is too.
Here's White, and he lays it straight in. And the Spurs lead by 7.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Bounce pass from Hill. Here's Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't figure out what's wrong, but he keeps trying to push through.
Murray, the pass to Pirtle. DeRozan against Antetokounmpo. Pulls up on the elbow. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I like the defensive effort. They did a good job altering the mid-range shot and then making the shooter feel a bit uneasy.
Bucket is good.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is a star in this league, and more the team trusts him in those moments.
Murray against Hill. Just his first attempt. Murray, no good.
Those are the types of looks that you got to finish deep in the paint and limited defensive effort.
And they go to the intentional foul. A different look for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Ilyasova. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Hill. Spurs also with the sub. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Pirtle. And an intentional foul right there.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for the Spurs, DeMar DeRozan. At the line.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
And those attempts right now at the charity stripe are helping them pull away.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're behind by 7. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, LaMarcus Aldridge.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this, and on the road no less. Bledsoe against Murray. And so it's San Antonio with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. DeMar, this team is playing well together. How are you encouraging and fostering that sense of all of you being together and playing well?
We just making everybody comfortable. We're making each and everybody on this team comfortable. If it's jump shots, if it's attacking the basket, even if it's on the defensive end, we just giving each other confidence every time we practice.
And it sure looks like it out there tonight, DeMar. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it.